Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is Claire and this is Polly Put the Petal On, and today I'm going to be making a wreath. You'll have seen that on the thumbnail, and what I'm going to be doing basically is I'm making a wreath for my friend Mary to go on her door, on, you know, for the outside. And I said to Mary the other day, because I do Mary quite a lot of wreaths and I don't know what she does with them when she's tired of them, but you know, they go. So I said to Mary, I said, you know, Mary, when you get fed up of your last wreath, I said, send it back to me and I'll repurpose it. So she said, oh, right, okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to demonstrate to you how I'm going to repurpose one of my old wreaths for Mary's new door wreath. It saves money, it saves time, it saves product. But you're still getting something really pretty at the end of it. So this is one of my old door wreaths that I had on my door last spring and summer, and as you can see, it's pink roses, it's yellow daisies. What I'm going to do is I'm literally going to see how I'm going to play this by ear. I'm literally going to see how I go with this. I'm going to remove these yellow because she wants pink, so I've fetched up some pink. I've got some, I was going to call them peonies then, they're not the sweet peas. I've got some sweet peas, I've got some tiny tea roses there. I brought these out, but actually there are some already in this, so I won't add those. Excuse me. I brought this up as filler, although there is some white gypsophilia in here. I may use some of that, and I brought up some of this, but only in contrast, because that'll give it a nice bit of depth, you know, as opposed to the paler pinks. And so I'm going to see what I can come up with just by using as little as possible and repurposing my old door wreath. And it's just going to demonstrate to you exactly what you can do on a very tight budget. You know, if you haven't got, do you know what I mean? If you haven't got a lot of flowers, if you haven't got a lot of money to get a lot of flowers, you know, go to your local pound shops and pick over the best of the bunches there. And like I say, repurpose, because even when I take these daisies out here, you know, they will go back down in my stash. I've got bags and bags, and actually guys, I think I'm gonna challenge myself to use some of those bags of heads. I've got just flower heads and odds and sods that I've had left over from wreath making and floristry in the past. So let's get on with this. And yeah, just in case you're wondering, I am a City and Guilds trained florist, level 1 and 3 units of level 2. You know, it's a lot of work, but yes, I am qualified in that, in floristry, and I love to do my wreath making. And so I do tend to, when I make wreaths, I do tend to do it the floristry way. You know, you've got all the character wreaths, haven't you? And I have done some of those, and in fact at Christmas time I may do some more, you know, the character wreaths and stuff, but I tend to lean towards the floristry side of it, you know, and I don't really use a lot of bows. But my next wreath making video is going to be one for myself, for my own door, for summer, and I am going to have a bow on that, and I'll tell you for why when I get to it. So yeah, in case you're interested in that, that will be the video after this. So let's get on with this. Let's repurpose this lovely, you know, old door wreath. I mean, we're calling it old, but it's still pretty, isn't it? Let's repurpose this and see what we can come up with for Mary. Okay guys, so let's start tidying this up. Let's take the yellow out, and they were only ever glued in. I've got my glue skillet here to the right of me, and that's all heated up, ready to use. So let's take the yellow out. and I only ever glued them in, and they're quite easy to pull out, and if not, I've got my clippers there as well. But this is just a great way of, like I say, saving money, saving time, saving product. I may need those leaves, so we'll take those off. That wasn't part of the plan. Let's put them back in. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it just saves all round. And that's come out now too. And you can do this also, it doesn't have to be like a flower wreath. You know, you can do this for your Christmas wreaths too. Now that's yellow, that little bit of filler there, and so is that. So I'm gonna, it's a good job that started winking at me, because I would have thought it's faded in the sun as I've had it on my door. I wouldn't have realised it was yellow, but it is yellow. So I'm taking it out, and there's some more leaves that have come out. So I'll put those back in. There we go. This glue in this skillet is absolutely awful, you know, guys. I can't wait to get a new batch of it in there, because it's so tacky and stringy. I don't think I've ever had anything as bad as that before. So I think that's all the yellow removed now. And if I come across any more, I'll take it out. Okay, so, you know, we're just left with the bare minimum. Mary wants a pink wreath. I'm going to leave these roses in. I think I'm going to leave these little tiny carnations in also. The greenery is ficus, artificial ficus. It's got a little bit of artificial ruscus and some plumosa, which is fern. I've forgotten what the fern is. Asparagus fern. And it's got some, that's another yellow bit there, and it's got some gypsophilia. Now let's see, and if it doesn't look brand new, I will go back, take some more out and add some more in. But I think, you know, because it's quite a full wreath now without any of those that I've just taken out. So we will need filler where I've removed the, I think that might be slightly too pale. I want to pick up this, can you see this deep pink in the centre of this flower? Because it's quite insipid, that is, to me. I want to give it a little bit of depth and a little bit of a contrast in pink. So I only had these two bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's cut some of these off. I don't want the leaves, because they're quite cheap looking, and I don't need that to be that. So we're gonna go one here. Outside Mary's door, she's got both these colours of pinks. Did I say doors? Door. Yeah, she's doing a garden and it's looking absolutely beautiful. So we go one there. One here. I'll glue them in a minute, guys. Don't think I'm not going to glue them in. I am. One there. I'm going to have one there and one down here. And then we'll add some sweet pea. So it's going to be super quick, this video, really, guys, because we'll be done in a jiffy. Now, I think I got these sweet peas, you know. Did I get them? I feel as if I got them from Car Boot. Then we're going to come on the outside. And the in. Just contradicted myself there with that placement. And already that is looking much fuller and quite some totally different, isn't it? And all I did was take those yellow filler out and the yellow daisies. And then we'll have a little bash of this, but I'm going to go round now and glue those in because I'm quite happy with those placements. So I'm going to go in. Might have left that a little bit too long, but never mind. There we go. One here. And it doesn't take much at all, guys, to transform it. I know I've got to go there too. And can you see what I mean about this glue? It's absolutely awful. Yeah, so it's going to be super quick, but I just wanted to demonstrate how you can transform one wreath into a totally different wreath by using as little product, as little time, as little money as possible. And I know that Mary definitely will send the wreaths back to me now, and I'll repurpose them for her. Now I definitely want to use some pink filler. I'm just going to hold this up. Yeah. I'm done with the pale pinks, I think. Let's have a look at this. We'll take a little piece of this off. And I don't particularly feel as if I need to follow any kind of pattern with this, but just go in sporadic little places, just just a sprinkling. I hope you've had a lovely weekend, guys. You know, I said to you last week, oh, I'll be here at the weekend. I totally forgot it was my son's 21st. And, well, I didn't forget. Obviously, I didn't forget. I gave birth to him. But what I mean is I misjudged it. I misjudged his 21st, the timing of it, and Father's Day, which was the same day. So, yeah, my plan was to come back on a Sunday, and I didn't make it, so forgive me. I hope you enjoyed the weekend and indeed Father's Day for anybody that celebrates. I think I'll just add a few more pieces of this. But yeah, super quick way to transform. Have a little piece in there, and maybe here. So yeah, I've enjoyed doing this. We'll do some more of these, just giving different wreaths a facelift. I'm going to hold it up. Honestly, guys, this glue is dreadful. And I can't remember where I got it from. It's also dreadful in the glue gun. I think that's very, very, hang on, very, very pretty. I want some colour there. Yeah, happy with that, and I'm sure Mary will be too. And there we have it. So there we go, guys. It's as simple as that, just repurposing an old wreath, and it looks totally different, doesn't it? It's transformed it. You know, we had those beautiful daisies and the yellow gypsophilia, and all we've done is we've taken those out and we've replaced them with some sweet peas and these little tiny, let's call them tea roses. Yeah, and we've added just a little bit of filler, but it's completely transformed that wreath. And you know, they're all Mary's colours. It's not cost the earth to do, but it's still very effective, isn't it? And why throw money away when you don't need to, guys? There's no point, is there? There just really isn't any point. So use your scraps, you know, your scraps and your bits and your pieces. You go to the pound shop and use the pound shop flowers and stuff. Get those old wreaths out of the loft. Don't throw them away come Christmas time. Replace some of the decorations in there with just simple baubles that you would put on your tree and stuff. You know, it's easily done. And as we move forward, we'll do some more of these because I've really enjoyed doing that. Just giving this this wreath, because there was absolutely nothing wrong with the wreath base. And bearing in mind that wreath base is a Christmas wreath base. The majority of you all know that that's how I start my wreaths, on an evergreen wreath base, because then it's already there, isn't it? You just add, it's already there. Your colour is already there as your base, and you just add in different textures of foliage and stuff, and you wouldn't believe that was that anyway. But repurposing what you've got with as little as possible, but still getting a beautiful wreath. You know, it's got to be a bonus, hasn't it? So that's it for this one. I'm coming back with another wreath, and it's one for my door, and I'm going for vibrant, quite vibrant. I want it nice and in your face. Perhaps only 2 colours, but still vibrant. So that's what I'll be back with, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I've given you something to think about. I hope I've given you, you know, a fresh pair of eyes to look at an old wreath that maybe you might be thinking, that'll have to go, or I can't afford to replace it, or whatever. You know, you don't need to. Just go to the pound shop, get a few odds and sods and fling them in. Take some out and put some in, and you'll see that it's completely refreshed the overall look. Because I haven't taken out these focal flowers. I've left them in. And you know, Mary's going to get a great use out of this wreath now. And like I say, it's all the colours that are outside her front door anyway, so she'll be super happy with that. So thank you for watching today, guys. It's been lovely to be here. I know it was only a short and sweet one, but you know, we don't want these things dragging on anyway, do we? I'll be back with another wreath, a nice vibrant one for my own door, and I hope you'll join me then. Do take care. It's been absolutely lovely to spend this time with you. Take care. Bye.